Hello guys, so on this day, the CEO of Ibeto Group of Companies, Chief Dr. Cletus Ibeto, hosted a business summit in Nnewi, Anambra State, where he taught people about building, establishing and sustaining a business for a long period of time, using his own story as a case study. He told story about how he started Ibeto Group of Companies that has Ibeto Cement, Ibeto Hospitality, Healthcare, so many conglomerates under his business. He told story how he started as one boy, as an apprentice in Onitsha, and how he moved to Nnewi, and so many stories that you'll be glad to learn from as a business person, as a person that wants to thrive in any business. Watch this video to the end and enjoy every bit of this video.
Nobody. Please, let's have a moment of quiet. No station in Nigeria, none can claim to have had the very distinguished business mogul in their studio anywhere in Nigeria. Until today, you are, as a matter of fact, the very first audience that will sit where this giant is interviewed. Please put your hands together for us. So I am the man, but this very young guy. So it's my honor, sir, to have you on this very star moment. This is not a hot seat. It's a very chill seat. So we're just going to have this conversation. Thank you, sir. Do we have a microphone for him? Years or more. You have built multiple brands across so many states. You have built a conglomerate that is global. Your products are consumed by millions of people across the continent of Africa. So
let me first of all plead that I stand in the existing protocol, and at the same time welcome ladies and gentlemen that are here in this location today. You are all welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Like the moderator has said, I am appearing in this kind of occasion for the first time in my life. Those of you who knows me know that I am a very silent player. I didn't build my life in telling people who I am. I find it very difficult to say anything about it. But I choose to continue behaving, happening, and people will see what I'm doing. Today, I am going to be forced, to be in Ibeto Group. There are companies, and each and every one of them have a special and private business they do. I established them, and it is our people that are also making those companies to happen. Then I supervise. The moderator's first question is how
did you start on this journey?
How did I start? You'll be surprised to hear how I started my life. I was born like every one of us here. I went to school. First school living certificate is the first certificate I obtained, which ended up in elementary 6 those days. And I happened to pass my elementary, not standard, elementary 6 examination, took the examinations. Those days we would go to interview, entrance examinations to enter secondary school. I went to a secondary school in Umuahia, now Abia State. I passed Crusader Secondary School, Umuahia, Isin. I was given results and prospectus to go and get ready to join the secondary school in January 1965. January 22, 1965. My senior brother Louis, late now, took me with the support of my father, prepared him to take me to Aba then, who were living in Owerenta. Owerenta is also in Imo State. Then, it's a 15 miles journey to Aba, where my father and my entire family is living. So we went to Aba and bought all the things in the prospectus, preparing me to enter Crusader Secondary School on the 22nd of January 1965. Some of you here were not born there. So I was warming up my fellow schoolmates, rallying around that day to see me off to Umuahia. On the same day, those days, my box and everything that I used to pack all the things I would take to secondary school was brought out for the transport guy to come and take me to Oba Junction, where I will board a vehicle that will take me to my. That same day, something happened in between. I was waiting from 11 o'clock, they said they would take me to Oba Junction. My friends are around me. I cannot forget that day in my life. Something happened. 11, 12, 1, 2. The person that will pick me up did not come again. And my father called me. Not my father actually. It was my mother. So my father called my mother inside the room. After speaking with him, my father came and drove out. My mother now whispered to me, took me to the kitchen and said, your father said you are not going to school again. Just like that. You want to see? No, how I started.
I asked for it.
So, I was 12 years old. I couldn't understand what she was saying. And all I knew. Throughout that day, I couldn't understand. And the people that surrounded me to see me off not understand why I am no longer traveling. So, for 4 days, I could not put any food in my mouth. And that was how I was stopped in going to school. When I say school, secondary school. On the 5th day, one of my cousins came in, arrived in Owerenta from Onitsha at about 2 o'clock p.m. Because I knew him, I ran, I was crying, grabbed him, and told him what my father did, what my mother said my father did. He said, don't worry. That's the reason why I am here. His name is Gilbert Ibeto Toronto. For those of you who knows him, he's late also. So, ladies and gentlemen, the next day, the same Gilbert that came to say that's why I am here. To woke me up early in the morning, early hours in the morning, at 4 o'clock a.m. and said, he's taking me to Onitsha. That Mama Delisi, who is the sister to my father, said I should come with him to Owerenta. To Onitsha. continue my education. I carried that box as well as I was. Followed him to Onitsha to go to secondary school. I stayed in Mama Denny's house for 1 week. The next thing I saw one evening is a gentleman called John Akana, who came and said he's going to take me, that I will live with him. That is what is called apprenticeship. So there you go. From secondary school to apprenticeship. That was how I discarded going to secondary school and entered into a life I never tested before. When you go to Onitsha, it's all trading. So I followed that man. I'm talking about a boy of 12 years old. So I followed that man, John Akana, to his house in the Lawrence Street, Onitsha Fege. John Akana, my husband, was living in one room with his wife and the one houseboy, one like me. His name is Josiah Enuma. Enutrago. All of you know. I met him where I serving master. So me and Enutrago was serving the man. The next day, after living in that house that night, I did not see Enutrago. I just found him the next day. The next day, the John Akame took me with him to Okwe Street, Onitsha, where his shop is, where he was trading on motor spare parts. From that day, I did not sleep in a room again. I was sleeping outside the shop, in front of the shop, outside, on a carton, not even mat. That's where I found myself. So I became a trader, ladies and gentlemen, serving a master. Just imagine, a 12-year-old boy saw himself in a different environment. And I started learning how to trade and how to serve. So the Visa Oil that talked about the apprenticeship. He said they came to Only in 1990. That's what you said. I've left Only with them. You understand? You talk about apprenticeship. When you are talking about apprenticeship, there's electric and telephone. When you get that, when you join that line. During my own time, I'll give you one example. Those of you who knows where Okwe Street is, from Okwe Street to the main market is a distance from here to about Okonkwo. The only toilet we have that time is in Okonkwo Memorial. So when you are feeling like going to toilet from here, you have to travel to Okonkwo Memorial. That's what I made, where I found myself. That's the type of training I passed through. Okay? So I was saying that like we all said, one of the greatest things that made the Igbo, to be progressive and successful, and some of the majority of them very intelligent, and the kind of life they pass through to be forced, to be disciplined, to know what you are looking for. At that age, I was serving this like Mr. Okoli said. I said that I was studying the market. It's not only to learn how to serve the master. After serving the master, you learn the path you're trading on. You learn how to understand their names. understand how to sell, and understand how to look for a customer that will come and buy, and learn how to project those things. These are what makes you a real businessman. So that was how I started. We were there. I served my master when we ran for the war, civil war. We came down to Newi. I thought I am out of the bondage. I rushed down to my father's house. Plus we go back to him. I left to Todo, my Ubiofia hometown, where my father lived. Went back to Ebumu, where John Akame is living. So throughout the war, I was with the master. And when the Nigerian Civil War heated up so much, from there in 1970, early part of the end of 69, I joined the army. As small as I am, I joined the army. First experience was I was trained in Wafo secondary school here. National. I stayed there for about 3 weeks, and then moved on to Abakaliki 44 Battalion. Okay, there they won a new officer saw me. I was one there. And fair, the man chose me as a batsman. So I became a batsman of an army officer. Okay, the first 1 month we went in Abakaliki sector, 44 Battalion, Biafran Army. The man was killed just in my front. First war front, in front. Okay, that's the first experience. 2 weeks after, I got a shedding wound on my ribs. The shrapnel is still living in my lungs here. It's not out here. They say I shouldn't touch it. Okay? These are, I just want to tell you this before I jump into the business. Okay. So, from there, I was brought to Teaching Hospital. I stayed there for 3 months, recovered. Immediately I came back. I didn't go back to my master. Okay. Then I went to my father. He took proper care of me. I was there for about 3 months again. I became a straggler. But whoever that comes back from army, so if you return and you don't go back, you became a straggler. So they will do something for you. So again, I joined one army officer to Abakaliki to Umwai. It joined Commando 88 Battalion to go to the Slack Force. Okay. I was there when I was fighting before the war ended. I walked from Umwai, you see Umwai village there, down to it took us 3 days to return to the okay? So when I came out from the army, I became a different person altogether. I became a little bit mature. Okay? And you know that time, a whole lot of things was happening in the Eastern region. Nothing is there. No medical, no road, no food, nothing. No light. So my senior brother Lewis, then the army, Nigerian army that came, succeeded, that won the war, now hid themselves in Onitsha. No money, nothing. So how are we going to live? Okay, the little rice, beans, and so on, you can see it's only when you go to Onitsha. The one they brought from the north to serve the army. So they were buying, using their money to buy whatever we give them. So my senior gave me one of his Ojuku round neck t-shirt. He sold that and I took it to Onitsha. 4 of them and one of his handbag. Sold it to the army people and used the money there because I was a trader. So I have an idea of business. So they gave me money. I used it to buy beans and some rice. I took it on myself and come back to Navy. And that was how I now entered into business. Because you want to know how I started. Right? So it became a business at that young age. In 1970, I was exactly to be 18 years old, 17 plus then. Okay, so doing business, I used that money, my brother, the proceeds from what my brother gave me to sell in coins, Nigerian coins. Then I was using it to buy Gary from Omodede and come down to one day with this call. I moved to Soka to buy Isiede. You know Isiede? Because none is left in Nigeria, even in Biafra. So when you bring one Isiede, you divide it into about 10 and start sewing it. You now generate, multiple edits. At the end of the day, it was moving market. It was a very good market. So all these things was what I was doing until we mustered some money. Then I entered into motor spare parts. So my father now sold one of his properties and gave me the money. As small as I am. But one thing is important that I want to tell you. Because I was denied to go to school, I said to myself that I'm going to become a challenge to those of them who made my father to change his mind from training me. Then my seniors, my siblings, were all in school. I was singled out to join trading. I said I am going to become a challenge. This English I am speaking now, I didn't speak it in the elementary school. I learned how to speak English while training at one name. I am telling you, I am the first person that bought a small generator. I bought a typewriter. I was speaking it. Taking the exams. People will tell you, they all knows me. I was taking this examination. I went to school. 6 years. I graduated as an accountant. That was one of the reasons they gave me doctorate degree in 2012. That's what they can come and do. By then, I've been a successful business. I was carrying my Peugeot car to the bank. So I know what I want to be. And I focused my mind that what I should be. From then till today, I've been on.